Good day, everyone. I have a message for you as I finish putting on the rest of my makeup. For those of you that are new, my name is Susie and my channel is called Light Fragments Oracle. I know, there's nothing about beauty in that name unless you look into it. Light is beautiful. Fragments of the universal messages that we get in our minds every single day, and an aura that we all exude. A-U-R-A, oracle, play on words. First, I wanted to finish putting on my makeup. I've already done my eyes, my eyebrows, bronzed a little bit under my chin, put my primer on. I did use my Revolution hyaluronic acid. I'm down to here, and I'd like to finish this bottle by the end of this year. I don't know if I'm going to, but I'd like to. And I also put on my Saldana primer only in the areas that I needed it. So now we're going to put on the foundation, Polite Society. And my shade is a light neutral. Let's get into it. I'm just going to drop a couple of drops from the pump on my kabuki brush. Well, that's one drop. That's plenty. Let me put my bangs back. This is not going to be a long video. I'm not going to chat and chat and chat. I just want to deliver a message to you today that I feel is incredibly important for all of us, male, female, and everything in between. So let me just dot some of this on my skin. For a light neutral in Polite Society, it really is more of a sandy beige to me. But I love the shade of this foundation on my skin. It's not really neutral. It gives me a little bit of warmth, which I love, particularly going into the summer months and even in the winter, because in the winter I don't wear shirts that are deep cut. I usually wear them up to here, or I'll wear a sweatshirt or a light sweater. I tend to get hot really easily. So, or I will wear a long sleeve crew neck shirt in the winter time. So nobody really sees my arms and my neck. And I do take my foundation down into my neck. So whatever is left on my kabuki brush, my favorite one that I've told you about, this one and my Laura Geller, which I think is downstairs at the moment. No, it's right here. This kabuki brush. Love both of these brushes. I'm just going to put a tad bit more on my kabuki brush, foundation brush, so I can bring it down my neck. I'm going to avoid directly under my chin because I already put a little bit of bronzer under there as a shadow line. So that's quick. That's how I like to do my foundation. When I'm heading out to go to work, or I'm just heading out to go do something real simple with my husband. I'm going to take one of my Jones Road concealer pencils. This is the darker shade, and I'm going to cover up this blemish. This blemish has been giving me so much trouble, and that's because it started out as a milia, and I decided I wanted to try to get it out myself. And it keeps sloughing off layers of skin, which I have to peel off, leaving a red spot. And I believe that I'm down to the final slough off. So I am definitely going to be leaving this alone. I think it does a really nice job of covering up. I can still see it. You can probably still see it because the center is really dark red. Now I'm going to put on my Hourglass blush that I used in my last video when we were talking about forging your own path. And then I will read you the message for today, and we will call it a day. I know it's a quick video, primarily because I'm focusing on my Polite Society foundation. I've been using some foundations and some mascaras a lot, and I want to make the most out of the Polite Society foundation. I'm going to just put a little bit of this up on my forehead like I've been kissed by the sun. Maybe bring a little right here, just a little here, a little on my chin. Talk about fast. And I only have 2 shades on my eyes, and I also use the darker shade as my eyeliner. And I used one of my favorite mascaras, which I will be doing a video about mascaras that I'm collecting. And the ones that I think are the best for me as a mature woman. I am going to be getting rid of this mascara, but after I do my mascara video. So let's put on some Ciate London, which I'm absolutely positively loving. I'm just going to roll some of this on my cheekbones and leave it. I'm not even going to pat it in. I'm going to bring a little bit of it down my nose, a little bit of it on my chin. You can even use this as a lipstick. So I'm doing that. Highly, highly recommend. Love my Natasha Denona Nude palette. I'm looking into getting the gold palette. I'm not sure. I love Polite Society foundation. I'm going to keep that on my desk and revisit it. And if you really want a nice concealer, the Fit Me concealer by Maybelline is excellent. It's a lot. I got the lighter shade on purpose, and I've been using this as an eyelid primer, as a base for my eyeshadow. Really inexpensive, really good. I love it. And take down my hair, and I'm going to read to you the message for today, because I have got a hugely, hugely busy week this week. So if I do any videos, I will have to do them early in the morning, like with my cup of coffee, because my week is so crazy busy. I even had to reschedule a dentist appointment, which they had me down for July anyway, so I don't quite understand that. But anyway, it all worked out, and I had to cancel that because something came up that needed my undivided attention. And I always put family first. That's if they call me. If they don't call me and they don't ask me, I'm not going to offer, because I've got a life here and it's a busy one. So let me read you the message for today. I read this message and I wrote it down in my notes because I think it is amazing. You can let your life happen to you, or you can happen to your life. What is it that you choose? I know what I would choose, and I have chosen. I didn't come by it easy. It took me many, many, many evolutions of myself to get to the point where I'm not going to let life happen to me. I'm going to happen to my life. And everything else that happens around me, I'm going to have to learn to navigate or not. And some things, they just work themselves out. It's not like we have to really struggle. But we tend to be those kinds of creatures. We worry, we get anxious, we struggle in ways that we really don't have to. If we just happen to our own lives and let everything else that isn't important fall by the wayside. And when we are faced with a challenge, we do have choices. So, for today and for the rest of this week, don't let life happen to you. You happen to your own life. And you make it an extravaganza of you. I know some of you are sitting there and you're thinking, but I'm not one of these people that's out there. I don't, I'm shy. I'm this or that. I had a really shy daughter, and you should see what she does now. But when she's on her own by herself and she's not performing, she's still shy. She's still reserved, not like she used to be when she was younger, but you've got to find your own path, right? You've got to forge your own path. So don't let life happen to you. You happen to your own life. Until we see each other again, my friends, be well and be blessed. Until next time. Bye-bye.